All right, hello, welcome. My name is Adedamola Jai, okay, and I'm officially welcoming you to Fame series. What's a Fame series? Fame is Finance and Accounting Made Easy series. So it's going to be a set of teaching series like that, where I'm going to be teaching and breaking down a lot of concepts and a lot of things in finance and accounting. And I'm going to do it in such a way that is going to be very easy and relatable that you will understand. In fact, I'm going to be using a lot of stories to pass across my message so you can understand. Because having worked in finance for over 15 years plus now and having gotten to the top, I've come to learn that most times for younger folks coming out, or even some finance people, finance can look a bit complex, the big words, the big grammars, the figures, but it is not actually that complex. So that's the whole essence of this series film. So we're going to be looking at a lot of things together. And so we're going to be doing this weekly. So every weekly I'll be dropping videos explaining things in a very easy and relatable way that you can understand. And so we'll be taking it one by one like that. So to make it more interesting, I've made it into series and episode. So of course, this is the first series. So this is like a movie, season one, episode one. Okay. So accountability. Okay. Once again, my name is Adida Malaja. I'm a chartered accountant. Okay. So I like to call myself your finance guy. Okay. So let's get down. So like I said, now, to get the best out of this, we're going to be doing stories, and they are interesting stories. Let's go. So let's look at the first one that we have. Okay, yeah. So story. Remember when we were younger now? Story. Once upon a time, like that, right? So I want to tell you about Mr. Tola and his wife. Just follow through. I have where I'm going. That uh, let's look at it together. Okay, now Mr. Tola is actually a teacher. He's a teacher in a secondary school. He's a young Nigerian man. A teacher is married. He's married to a young wife. They have two children, but more things has really been tight. The economy tight. Things has not really been easy, and his take home has not been taking him home at all. His take home has not been taking him home. So most times he's always tight, getting food, getting basic necessities, paying rent for he and his children and his wife. And presently he earns around 150,000 every month. That's his salary as a secondary school teacher. So he's still trying to look for ways to better his income. That's how Mr. Tola got to office last month. Oh, and then he just heard this good news from his colleagues that they are going to increase our salaries by 20%. Omo, come see joy. As in, he was so excited. He was so happy. Wow. So, like, at least that's 30K extra, right? Okay, every month. That at least will settle some things. Oh, thank God for this. I can't wait to get home and tell my wife this beautiful news. So, he was so excited, so happy. Oh, my salary has gone up. Okay, at least things will get better a bit while I'm still trying to get something better. That was his reasoning and thinking, right? Good, let's follow along. Okay, so when he got home, told his wife was so excited, hugged him. Omo, this is good news. So thank God, at least more money and all those other things. We can take care of other things. Now, month end come reach, alert drop. Papa, he saw his alert. Oh, 180K. So it's not just fake, it's actually real. So he got home, told his wife, they were so happy. Now, normally what Mr. Tola does is that every month he gives his wife around 50K from his salary so she can buy one or two basic things and food stuff in the house to take care of the children. Even though it's not enough, at least they will find ways of managing and working around it. So normally it drops 50K. But now that his salary has increased, he was like, okay, let's do better this month now. Let's flex more. Okay, so he gave his wife 70K, 70,000 naira this time around, right? Okay, to stock up on food and some basic items for the month for the house. She was happy, she was excited. So she went to the market, got the food stuff, and life continued. Mr. Tola is going back to work, they are leaving. Then mid-month, Mr. Tola just came back from work. And so Mrs. Tola come meet am say, Oga, food stuff don finish oo. Food stuff don finish oo. Mr. Tola was shocked like, what? Food stuff don finish? Say wetin? Wetin happen? Like how e be? How food stuff finish? He was shocked because he was like, but how come? Like I give you extra 20K now to get things in the market. How come you are telling me that food has finished? How is it possible? Like at least it's supposed to last us longer and all those things. And then Mrs. Stoddard was starting to get angry. Like, what are you saying? Are you not in this country? Are you not living in this country? Don't you know that things are more expensive in the market? Fuel has increased. You know everybody is actually increasing price. So by the time I go to the market, I was not able to get so much, even with the extra you gave me. So food has finished, Oga. And Mr. Tola was angry, like, what are you saying? How can you be telling me that food has finished after I gave you extra 20K? How did you spend the money? Oh yeah, come and sit down. Tell me how you spent the money. Na so fight start oh, like serious argument. And then she was really angry, like, why na wetin? Like, you don't trust me. How are you telling me to come and be tell you how will you be telling me to come and tell you how I spent 70K? So you expect me to bring out a book, I bought rice, okay, 5 cups, so I bought beans, I bought pepper. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. I'm your wife. You should trust me. How would you say that I should be giving you account of what I spent in the market? And na so argument start oh. Who go settle matter now? And honestly, that brings us to the essence of what we're going to look at today, called accountability. Accountability. Now, what's happening? What Mr. Tola is simply requesting for is give account, give stewardship of how you spent the money. Things have increased in the market. What did you buy? Why did you finish this month? Normally, if we take this and this and this, what is actually happening? And what's the issue Mrs. Tola is having? Trust you don't trust me. And that brings us to the core of accounting, what we do as accountants, which is what? Accountability and stewardship is at the core of what? Accounting. You see, most times, when we're in secondary school, high school and all those things, when you want to define accounting, we say what accounting is: the recording, classifying, summarizing, what else? Summarizing, and what other words do we use? Summarizing, classifying, reporting, and communication of what? Of financial information to what? To users, right? So the whole essence or the core of accounting is what? We want to give account, we want to be accountable for the resources of the organization. That's the core of accounting. So if you are saying you want to do accounting, that means you are going to be what? You are going to be like an accountability partner or person. Permit me to use that. So you want to give record, or you want to give account of what has actually been what? Been done. Okay. The only sense of why we record, why we report, all these things we do. Oh, so the bots, have you raised that invoice? Have you done that payment? Have you done this? Have you done your tax filing? Have you prepared the management account? Has the report been sent? After the budget, after the variance, the whole essence of all these things is to what? Is to give account of how resources have been used. So resources that, most times, and what really created this accountability is what? Is lack of trust. You know why I say lack of trust? Because normally, you know that in companies, especially for this is peculiar to companies, especially companies that are structured in a way, the shareholders are actually different from the managers. Let's say, for example, now look at these big companies, Zenith Bank PLC. In Zenith Bank PLC, the shareholders are not the people managing Zenith Bank. They have a professional board managing them, but the shareholders don't trust them. That's why they're asking them to give what? Accounts. Because if they trust them actually, why should you give accounts? So just imagine like Mr. Tola, we're saying the same story now. Mr. Tola, why is he not trusting his wife? He should just accept, so food stuff has finished. That, okay, let's trust God and see money will come so we can go and get something else to last us the month. Or probably who can we call, who can we borrow from, who can we do this and who can we do that. But the first thing he asked for was what? Give me account. So the truth is that why we came up as accountants, or the reason why we are relevant, is because there's a lack of trust actually. If there's no lack of trust between the owners and those managing the business, there will be no need to give accounts. There will be no need to give financial statements, and people want to see actually what is actually happening or occurring in the business. Okay, so in fact, even the law agrees with Mr. Tola. You know why? Because the law says that CAMA in Nigeria 2020 says that every company is required or must keep what? Proper accounting record. So how money is coming in, how money is going out, what is left, who are you owing, who is owing you. All those things must be properly what? Must be properly kept. Okay, so that's why you see that the first part of accounting, if you want to work or do well accounting, the first thing you need to understand is basic bookkeeping. How do we keep records? Because without keeping records, how do you give accounts? Let's look at this example of Mrs. Tola now. Now imagine that Mrs. Tola went to market and she didn't write anything down. She didn't write anything about what she bought, and she has forgotten. So how will she give account comfortably and be able to say that, okay, the 70K, 20K went to this, 15K went to this, 5K went to toiletries, this went to getting gas. That's why we as accountants, we don't joke with record keeping, proper record keeping. See, no matter how big and perfect the system is, without proper, if you like, have CFO, have FSO, have YFO, and all those things, if you don't have a proper bookkeeping system in place, your records, you can't do anything tangible, because that's the basis of everything we do in what? In finance and accounting. Tax, you still need your books. Very hard. You want to do budget, you need your books, you need your previous records to prepare proper budget. You want to do board meeting, they will request for management account or records to know actually what is going on. So you see that why bookkeeping, or the core of accounting I call accountability, is very key and very important. Okay, now that's why if you are going to thrive or you are going to do well as an accounting professional, you need to learn proper bookkeeping and what? And accounting. And let me say this now. Accounting and bookkeeping is easier. In fact, the way it's going, AI and a lot of technology, even software, is actually replacing the need for bookkeeping in a way. You know, when you're in university, school and all, you learn a lot of double entry. Remember all those double entry we do? Debit this, you credit this, debit the receiver, credit the giver. I know most times I get questions like, do I still need all those things? Now, AI can do it, software can do it, yes, but you still need those fundamental knowledge, because to properly vet or check what any system has done, you need to understand how that system works to make proper use of it. That's why you don't joke with book, key, pen. Okay, let me sound like Oyinbo. Okay, so now you understand why we have accounting system, software, ERP, financial statement, and IFRS. In fact, I won't lie to you, companies spend, I just because they send millions and millions of naira just because of this accountability, preparing financial statements, having auditors come to check. I'll do another series on that where I explain what auditing is about and all those things in a very clear and simple manner. So now you understand what accounting is at the core. So I want to, if there's one thing you're taking home today, accounting is majorly about accountability. How do we give account of the resources that's been placed in our care? But back to our story, but on a funny note, see, let's talk. Who get blame? Is it Mr. Tola or Mrs. Tola? Which of them get blame for this matter? Which of them is to blame? Is it Mr. Tola that is not trusting his wife, or Mrs. Tola that did not keep proper accounting records? All right, let's talk. You can do the comments on the videos or come to WhatsApp and let's talk about it. All right, thank you. So this film series 1, episode 1. So next week I'll come up with something else and we'll also look at it. So please stay tuned and please don't forget to subscribe so you can always get notifications anytime I drop a series or an episode on what? On your film series. We're just getting started. We're going to explore a lot: taxes, auditing, and we're going to break it down and make it as simple and as understandable as this. So now you really understand what accounting is about in a general way. All right. Thank you once again. My name is Adidamola Jai. See you next week. Thank you.